Well, hello everybody, it's Richard here, and I just wanted to make an addendum to the video I made over the weekend to Dolgoch in the mid-Wales, that fantastic weekend I had with Outdoor Lads. And so I've written a few things here that I just wanted to talk to you about and then share with you something that happened actually on the trip. Obviously I could only film so much of it. I'd like to film more. I hope the video explained exactly how beautiful the country of Wales is and the scenery and the colours, which blew me away. I was actually amazed driving into Wales once I crossed the bridge and got there. The 5.5 hours which it took me to get there. And then good old John Cleese, who's my voice on my sat-nav, my TomTom, took me to a slightly different place. But however, I was quite lucky as to how we got there. But I'm stepping ahead of myself, really, because the journey itself was very uneventful. It was, as you saw from the clips I've shown, that you know, for the motorway, the 70, I think it was 74 miles of the M4, whatever, and there was plenty of stops. I have to say that the service stations that I stopped at on the way were really clean, well resourced, and it was really great. And so I was able to relax when I was there and before the next stage of my journey. And I'm used to doing long journeys, but I think that was, you know, one of the longest. I think the furthest I've gone is when I went to the Lake District, and that took 10.5 hours, I think, when I set off in the morning. Don't know why it took that long, but it did. But however, when I arrived there, it was during the summer in a dale I went to, very first trip I ever did, camping. Fantastic time. So yes, the actual road into Dolgoch, the hostel which I stayed at, was actually 9 miles, and that's not 9 miles of normal A road, that's 9 miles of track. And I'll put a link to a video which I found on YouTube which shows that, because to actually film it was quite, well, would have been quite, I could have left the camera running, but it was quite scary because even Neil, one of the guys I know who came along with us, the road was fine, and there was a drop one side on the left hand side, a bank on the other, and this very well maintained track. And it was a road quite undulating at times, so undulating at times that you would go up and then you couldn't see over the top of the bonnet of the car. And I've got quite a large car. I've got a Ford Mondeo, which is quite lengthy and wide, but extremely comfortable, I have to say. And so you sort of had to look at the side of the road to see where it was likely to drop, because it was like going across at the end of a precipice, which was quite scary, and even the others said that. So there was that part to contend with. And when you don't quite know where you're going, because coming back it was quite strange, because coming back I literally had a bit of a dream about it. I woke up in my bunk bed and I said to Mary, who is the wife of the warden who looks after the place that we stayed at, I said, you know, I've got this dream of falling off the edge. And she said, well, she said, some people have done that. And I said, oh, for God's sake, don't say that to me. The other challenging thing was Devil's Staircase, which I'll put some pictures of. And that was a 25% gradient. So that's up and down. Well, going down wasn't quite so bad because you live on the brake of the car. But coming up, I did feel the car was, you know, straining a bit there, though it's an automatic, so it was kicking down into first. But I just dreaded anything coming the other way. I thought, well, if anything comes the other way, what happens? You know, we have to pull over. But the thing is, there's a turn halfway up, which of course makes it more, and it was to the left, so it was like going on a camber round there. So that was quite hair-raising too, made to the experience. And at the end of the afternoon, when you're feeling a little bit tired after your long drive, even with breaks, yes, I did have dreams about that, I have to say. So, but I thought I'd just make that point really. But it was a 25% gradient there, and the way the road drops away. Having said that, the experience was fantastic. The the 2 days that I was there were amazing. The camaraderie and meeting with people I'd met before. We had a fantastic time. We had that lovely log fire that you saw there, keeping us very warm. We had to open a few doors because it got too hot in the main sort of lounge kitchen area at one time. There was no heating upstairs. There was no lighting upstairs apart from torches, but we've got LED torches these days. Though I didn't sleep particularly well on Friday night, because people moving about. Saturday night I went to bed I was the first one to bed, I suppose, about 10 to 10, and I slept until 5 o'clock. So that was, quite an amazing time. One thing that did happen though, you'll see from that walk I did with James there, was that I took my trusty boots with me. And unfortunately, they have started to disintegrate. You can see here, look, they're starting to give way. And I had these since I did the trip across the Pyrenees from France to Spain, and that's, well, at least 15 years ago, I suppose. So they've been with me a while. I've done lots of trek. I've got 3 pairs. These are the lighter ones, and I've got 2 others that I wear that are probably more tougher than these. One I took to Everest with me. So I've purchased these, which are, I suppose, their brother replacement. I got these on eBay, and these have only been worn once apparently, but you wouldn't know because the soles are really clean. So and these are waterproof. So I'm really pleased. I got these with postage. I got these for £30. They're retailing on Amazon for 56, I think it is. I'll put a picture of them. And so these will now hold water literally for the next 15 years, I would have thought, and all the hiking I love to do. So yes, so it's worth looking on there for a pair. But so I'll be saying goodbye to these old friends. As you can see, they've got plenty of mud on them. I've got a walk coming up very soon, the North Downs walk, which one or two of my viewers are sponsoring me for that, which is really nice. I'm not asking for sponsorship, by the way. I'm just saying that, I'm doing that as a raise money for the Hartigan Hospice and Cancer Research UK. So that's a really good cause. But I thought I'd just make this addendum to the video and let you know that it was a fantastic weekend. Camaraderie was wonderful. I played some really good games. I played a game called Camellia, which was really quite good. Another one called Project J, which was good. I'd never heard of these. James brought these 2 games along, and so when I got back after a long walk on Saturday afternoon, we had a game, and then we had a group game in the evening. And then we had a lovely meal that everyone mucked in. So it was a great event, and would recommend it as well. Recommend the place. Also, something that I didn't capture was that the place is full of green finches. I've never seen so many. It was like living in an aviary in the morning. These green finches would be on the bird feeders outside, and it was fantastic. The sheep there with their lambs, and you were pleased to know that Welsh sheep have got very good road sense, because when I was driving along, they just get out of the way. The roads in Wales were very well maintained. I have to give a credit to the Welsh government. If you live in that area, you probably know this, but they were really well maintained. And did you know that in some of the villages they have literally got public toilets where they give you a notice it's coming up? And so I stopped at this public toilet in this village, and they have a little honesty box outside where you can leave a donation, which I gladly did, because that saves obviously having to use the bushes, as it were. But I thought, what a wonderful place, what a lovely area, what beautiful places there were around there. And certainly I will be going back at some point when I've got over the trip. But anyway, thank you for watching, thank you for staying with me, thank you for all the comments that people have made, and there'll be more fun to come very soon. Take care, bye for now.